Good evening, my name's George, and last night my friend Jamie and I had a ping pong game. The loser had to portray a tour guide on a tour bus to an excursion in St. Thomas. All of the information given by the tour guide is completely bogus. Brilliant.
Has everyone been to St. Thomas before? Anyone?
Yeah.
Who's been to St. You have?
Yeah.
All right, we have some information here that we wanted to go over also on St. Thomas. It's kind of like, what other islands have you all been to? You've been to obviously St. Lucia and to everything else. St. Thomas is a newer island. It's considered an old island, but it's really a new island at the same time. We're getting 35 million people in St. Thomas now a year. Yeah, 35. You say, wow. What makes you? What did you expect that number to be?
I don't know. That's a lot of people in a year.
Yeah, 35 million people, and the exuberance of tomatoes is as high as it is in the States right now. They're bringing them over in containers, and we have over here, if you look, we have graphs. If you want to pass this around, and I'm going to go over this also. There's, raisins are up also. It says here 25%. It's not correct. It says here pineapples, 5. It's not correct either. Does anyone know who Eric Nielsen Smith was? No, I didn't think so. Okay. He was the governor, and he didn't do well here. He was accused of a lot of different tax fraud also. Same thing that happened with Schnelzer in, where was it, Schnelzer? In the States. And the island was sold for $5 million about 50 years ago. And it was bought by the consumer-based population that had to go over on the other place for ridiculous history, basically. I'm going to pass this around for a few minutes for you to take a look at. What do you think that the island is worth today if you were to buy this island? Does anyone have any ideas? $1 billion. Sorry? 25 million. You were right. It's about $1 billion. $1 billion you could probably get for an island like this. 35 million visitors a year. That brings in the trade bills up to, if you're over here on a scale like what this chart is showing you. Okay, sorry, you don't see this. If you're up to a scale up top, you're not going to get to the bottom of the scale without going over to where the raisins are and the tobacco fields are also. This paper, hold on one second. 25 million it was many times ago, and $300 per acre it went for. 300. Is anyone here from New York? New York. What is the land like there now?
Per square foot.
Per square foot, yeah. I know per acre. I'm not sure what is it go for per acre. Yeah. So, if anyone wants to take a look also at the informational thing, the U.S. sold it for $7.5 million, a contract to New York. It was approved by Denmark at the time. That was in 1914 when the settlers first came here. I'm sorry. They were ousted, all of them. And the entire area drove into Wenderschmelz Mills, it says here, for $25 million, and that was in 1917. So you're talking about a great increase in Nielsen power. All of the natural resources, it says here in some of their notes, have been exported now forever. So the island, they're thinking, might eventually get shut down. If that happens, raisins will no longer be sent here, but they'll go to an island like St. Lucia or Philipsburg Hill.
What is the current excuse me?
Yes.
What is the current population of the island?
The current population of the island is, well, full-time basis, 15 people live here full-time. Full-time, 15. 15.
No, the whole island.
The entire island? The entire island population is 42,000, and it was Bank is on the left. Then you have other industry going in on the right. They're going to be putting in some smaller stores, Banana Republic, The Gap, and a Trader Joe's, all on the left-hand side, past the conglomerate building over there. A lot of the bushes are going to come down. They've been fighting over this for years that they can't take all the bushes down. They're all going to come down now. Everything here. Take away all the greenery on the left. It is a shame. It really is a shame. It's a terrible thing. All the greens here is going to be gone. Yeah, everything will be gone. All of this is gone. I have a graph to show you actually what it's going to look like. There you go. See this? This is in 1987. 1997, 2007. It's low, and then it went much higher. All the green will be gone. Yes, that's exactly right. It'll be built up, and there'll be different wills in all the different areas from now on.
What is the island, what is the island profit yearly?
It's a triangle.
A triangle-based income?
Sorry?
How much is the island profit a year?
It's right here. It's a triangle, and it profits in the middle.
Yeah. It's at U.S.
Yes.
And it's close to like where we see. Yeah. So we're gonna have. Are there really back there? Okay, we'll have to ask. Yeah. But we gotta you guys. Absolutely. Yeah. No, we have to. There's a Harley Davidson store. We're gonna have to go.
This is another boatyard here on the right-hand side that some of the boats come in. They have some shopping that goes on here, and what they do is influx capacities are on the right-hand side over there. They do influx. It's removed. Yeah, that's exactly
It is.
what Ken just said, everyone, was a great point. When you're here in the influx capacitator, you're removed from everything. And that's what they're doing to the island. They're removing everyone. You see all the green was taken down here on the right? There were. It's a great point. Ken just also brought up that a lot of buildings were under construction in the spring. Yes, that's exactly right. Now they're not under construction. A lot of the sites have been torn down. Also, they tore down one of the land fills on the left and the right to put buildings up, and they started then to put the trees back because it didn't pass through the vellers.